Well, this is all I've done today and all I'm going to do. I'm going to bring a weed eater back to the friend of mine and going back home. I woke up feeling like crap, and then I had uncontrollable shivers, and then I had a fever. Don't know why. So when the fever broke, came down here, unclamped it, did a little work on it, and all I need now is hand sanding and a rebuff, of course. I always need a rebuff, but that's no big deal. And I have an order for 4 sharpfingers. So I don't know when I'll start on them. I think I'll finish this first and do the make the sheath and everything. So have a good Monday, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe. Well, this is Monday. I thought that I could go to my shop today, but I'm not feeling good enough to go to my shop, and to be honest, I can't get away from my toilet, if you know what I mean. And the plumbing in my shop, a pipe froze. I had to turn the water off to my shop, and I just don't have it in me to crawl underneath that trailer to find where the leak is and fix it if I can. So I just can't leave the house. And I have tried, I'm having fevers off and on, and I've tried calling my 3 doctors who are dealing with, the problems I have, to get antibiotics, and I can't get any of these doctors to call me in a prescription of antibiotics. They want me to come in, and I'm telling them I can't come in unless I bring a toilet with me. You don't understand the problem I'm having. And this has been going on, actually, I say a year and a half, but it was 2 years ago, the first time they prescribed me antibiotics for the problem I'm having now. It's colitis in my diverticula. Very rare. There's no cure. I'll have it for the rest of my life. The best I can hope for is intermittent bouts of it getting this bad. And I did have about a month there where I was feeling pretty good and life resumed. Anyway, that's not so much what I wanted to talk about. I decided I'm ordering some bear spray, and I'm going to keep it in the truck with me. All of our doctors are in Shreveport, and just recently they had a protest in Shreveport, and they blocked roads and climbed on vehicles, and the typical protester bullshit. And if I'm on my way to a doctor or on my way home, I cannot get hung up in something like that. And even though I carry, and my wife carries, you can't just go launching projectiles at people because they're in your way. But I think bear spray would separate the crowd enough for us to get through it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm ordering bear spray. I'm keeping it in the truck, and I'm also thinking of bringing a larger diameter projectile launcher and just leaving it in my truck. It's capable of launching 1-ounce projectiles. And it is getting scary out here. I live in Texas, and even my little town, the crime is increasing significantly, and we don't have enough cops to combat the crime. It's petty crime, stealing bicycles and going into sheds and garages and stealing stuff. And it's desperate people in desperate times doing desperate things. And that's just the time we're living in, and you gotta prepare for it. Here's something that some might think is crazy, but I don't think it's over the top now, considering what we likely have in store for us, the level of crime we're going to have to endure or defend ourselves against. I thought about building an observation post right here at the end of this tar, about 5 sandbags tall, with a roof over it. or you could sit in there at night and protect your family and your property. I know that sounds crazy, but you're probably insulated a bit more from the insanity that's going on at the border than I am. All right, that's all I got for now. I'm going in. All right, it is Tuesday, and I still feel like crap, but I'm going to sit down here in the shop and feel like crap. I have tried to get some antibiotics from my doctors, and none of those MFers will prescribe me antibiotics. Now, I've been through this over and over and over, and they have prescribed me antibiotics after I come in, right? I can't get away from my toilet long enough to go to a doctor. So I have the old prescriptions, and I asked them just to re-prescribe me the same medicine that fixed me for a few months last time, and none of them will. And that's 3 doctors. Can you believe it? And even with me telling them the reason I can't come in, unless, I strap a 5-gallon bucket to my butt. Anyway, freaking hate doctors. They're just about useless. All right, I'm going to get to sanding. All right. Now, I'm fixing to go into my leather shop and make a sheath. This is for sale. If anybody wants it, let me know. My next one is going to be yellow, but keep in mind, when they're all buffed up, sanded and buffed, they don't really, remember what the orange would look like? This is much darker, and this will be much darker too. And yeah, let me go. I get a little more for these. I ask a little more, but I'm gonna ask $2.25 for this. $2.25 is what I get for my sharp fingers, and it takes about the same amount of work, just a little bit more steel. So yeah, $2.25 if you want it. Let me know. bctruck@gmail.com. I'm fixing to go to the shop and make a sheath right now. Well, what a fine mess I've made of things. I was using a new stamp, and I've seen, what made me buy this stamp is I've seen this on leather and it looked really cool, but apparently there's a bit of a learning curve, which I haven't gone around yet. Yeah, it looks like crap. So this goes in the pile of oops, and I'm not going to use this for a little while. I'm going to, well, actually, I may do a border with this stamp, like around the edge, because, that looks good if you can keep it straight. That looks pretty good, so I may do that, but I'm going to cut another piece of leather out. That looks like crap. All right, back to the leather. Here we go. All right, it needs an edge and it's done. And I don't put the edge on until I'm just about ready to ship it. So if anybody wants this, let me know. I'll give you another peek at the knife. I may have to, maybe I can do this with one hand. Okay, $2.25, bctruck@gmail.com. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to work on a lawnmower. And that's the lawnmower. A little green thing right there. Has been sitting with gas in it for about 3 years. And It hadn't cranked in a couple of years, so I'm going to probably take that down to the shop and take the carb off and see if I could clean it and get it to running. All right, now, have a good Wednesday, y'all.